Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video. I actually am here to do an unboxing, and unfortunately I did, I'd say 80% of the unboxing video already, and then I don't know what happened with my phone, but it all got deleted. So everything's open already, so this isn't technically an unboxing. It's all right here. I'm so bummed because I lost it all, but we're gonna give it take two. So this is less of an unboxing and more of a show and tell of some stuff that I just opened half an hour ago. But we're gonna jump right in. It's a very, very hodgepodge kind of unboxing. There's a little bit of everything here. I'm gonna do it in order of where I picked everything up from. So we're gonna start with Soko Glam. So from Soko Glam, I picked up quite a few things. We'll start with the free sample, which was the Aquel. This is the 5.5 pH balancing micro cleansing foam. So I have a full size of this plus a bunch of samples from previous Soko Glam orders. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this cleanser as soon as I get to it, which will probably be the beginning of next month. So there's that. As far as the full-size things, I got a couple sheet masks. These are the Etude House Sunjung Panthenticide sheet masks. I picked up 2 of them because usually, you know, when I do sheet masking, if I can, as far as the reviews go, I try to pick up 2. That way I can give myself kind of 2 chances to get my thoughts down. So this features, I'm assuming panthenol. Yeah, panthenol, madecassoside, Centella asiatica. So calming, soothing, hydrating, but also fairly clean, basic ingredients, just like the rest of the Sunjung line. So there's that. Whoops, let me turn off my phone or my watch so it stops doing that. Okay. And then of course the dog's gonna start barking. Anyway, we're just gonna cruise through this. All right, so from Soko Glam, I also picked up the Neo Medical Hands Clean Gel. This is a 500 milliliter hand sanitizer. So I know a lot of K-beauty sites are carrying hand sanitizer now, or have for a while. This is the one that I saw in Soko Glam, and I jumped on it because I liked the size, 500 milliliters. For $12. It seemed like a fairly reasonable price. I picked up 3. I've already been using this one for the past day or so. So this Soko Glam order did come in a couple days ago, but I've been kind of holding it aside so I could do the unboxing. But so yeah, nothing to really say. It's a hand sanitizer, so I got 3. So that's that. And from Soko Glam, I got a couple toners. So we'll go over those. I got the Swanee Cocoa Multi-Solution Vitamin Toner. So that's what this looks like. I've been eyeing large-sized toners, or something that's more than like 150 milliliters recently, and I'll talk about why. But this one featured a lot of antioxidants. It looked like a decent hydrating toner as well, and it was nice and fluid. And I believe this is 300 milliliters of product. Yeah, 300 milliliters of product. So picked this one up from Swanee Cocoa. Looked interesting. The price seemed decent as well. And then I got this one from Solved Skincare. It's their coconut water hibiscus plus rose hip toner. And this one wasn't so much for the size. I think it's 200 milliliters, but I have the cleansing oil in the water-based cleanser from them, so I figured I might as well try the toner. And I mean, this stuff just looks so fancy. Like, I believe there's actual pieces of hibiscus flower. I don't know if you can see that in there. It just looks really, really fancy, and there's no artificial colorants or anything. That's just the color of the toner, just from the hibiscus and rose hip extracts. It also has 75% coconut water in it, so I'm very curious to try this one out. It looks fantastic, so be on the lookout for that review. I'll put the links for all of this stuff below as well. And then the last thing I got from Soko Glam is the Neogen Gauze Peeling Wine. This is their peeling pads. I got these just to do another one of my like retro reviews. I haven't done one yet, but I have a couple things in my stash that were from my very first Soko Glam order just a little over 2 years ago. I've been kind of picking a couple things here and there to repurchase to see if 2 years later what my thoughts are. If I still love them as much as I did back then, or if my thoughts on them have changed because my skin has changed or whatever the case may be. So this was one that I loved back in 2018, so I'm curious to see how they do now. So this is the wine version. It's those peeling pads that you slip your fingers in between the two pieces of cotton and give yourself kind of like a chemical / physical exfoliation, and then you flip it to kind of wipe it away. So we'll see. I'm curious because I looked at the ingredients list and I was like, oh boy. So we'll see how I like these this time around. All right, so moving on to Peach and Lily. I just picked up a few things from them. This is a repurchase. It's their Super Reboot Resurfacing Mask. I love this AHA BHA wash off mask because it's effective at resurfacing the skin, you know, helping to clear dead skin cells, brighten all of that stuff, clear blackheads. But it also has blue agave, so it's also very hydrating. And so I think this is the fourth one of these that I've gone through, or that I purchased. So I have about a third of one left. And as soon as that one's done, I'll work into this one. I have other AHA toners and mild acid products, but I always have this one on hand just in case my skin looks or feels like it needs something a little bit stronger. So highly recommend that. And then I got a gift set from the brand Eco Your Skin. I've only used one of their products before. It's the Volufiline Eye Essence, which I still have because that stuff lasts forever. But this gift set includes three of their clay masks. I think they have 4 available on Soko Glam, or on Peach and Lily, but this one comes with 3, and then it also comes with a serum shot, which we'll talk about. So these are all kaolin based clay masks. I kind of have found the clay mask that I'm in love with. It's the Trotiodicae Accent Pore Control Mask. I love that one. I have a backup of it, and I just want to try one more brand before I close the book on clay masks and make the Trotiodicae my forever clay mask. I'm absolutely ready to do so, but I was like, you know what? I'm just going to experiment with one more brand. So I ended up getting the gift set because then I could try 3 of the different clay masks from Eco Your Skin. So this is the Phytoncide Secret Mask. This is the Intense Moisture Mask. And this is the Deep Pore Benefit Mask. This is the one I'm most curious about. But I did crack open one of these in the first recording of this, and it's 140 milliliters, which is actually a pretty decent size for a mask. The Accent Pore Control Mask that I've been buying is only 50 milliliters, and it's $38 for 50 milliliters. This is nearly 3 times the size, and I think it's the same price. So there's that, and it's this really cool kind of almost like lab kind of industrial medical kind of looking tub, but you pull this, I believe, and then you peel off the plastic, and then you can pop this on and off. It's already pre-mixed, ready to go. They give you a spatula. I typically use a brush depending on the consistency. So each one of these focuses on a different thing, but they're all kaolin clay based masks. So there's that. And then I have the serum shot, which was really just kind of a bonus. I didn't really have my eye on this. It just came in this set. And it's their Skin Vitamin B5 serum kind of shot. And that's what it looks like. Very, very interesting packaging. You can see it literally looks like it's something that you would inject. So according to the website, you can either unscrew this and apply this serum directly to your skin. However, it's a very concentrated product, and you'd go through it very, very fast just to get a decent layer. So it's recommended, and I think its original use was to be injected into the Eco Your Skin essences. So that's how I intend to use it. I don't have any of the Eco Your Skin essences, but I'll probably pick a toner or an essence that I want to try it out with. Maybe I'll do one of these larger sizes, use half the bottle, do my review as is, just with the toner, maybe even this Swanee Cocoa one. And then I'll do that second month you know, so I'll need a large size. I'll do that second month with this injected into it to see if I notice any changes from this product. So I'm thinking that'll be the best way to try to review it rather than burning through all of it, you know, in a couple days, because there's only, I believe, 3 milliliters of product in here. So, and vitamin B5 is panthenol, used for hydration, nourishment, skin repairing. So there's that. Interesting. I like the packaging. I like the concept. I don't know how practical it is for something like that, but we'll see. And then the last bunch of things is just a real mixed bag from Amazon. So I'm going to start with the pump bottles that I picked up. It's a set of 3, and it is an airless, what they called a super fine mist spray bottle. I picked these up because I haven't really been purchasing face mists anymore. I have one more in my stash that I need to review, but other than that, I'm hoping that I can use something like this, fill it up with a toner, which is another reason why I was going for big sizes of toners, or looking for them. That way I can fill this up and use it as a face mist in addition to using the toner just in my normal routine. So I bought from Amazon I don't know what it's called, but it's like a pressurized mister. Let me grab it. I'm just gonna grab it. One moment. Okay, so this is what I picked up. It's like a mist spray bottle, and it does spray a fairly fine mist, but you can tell that it's a big size compared to something like this. It held an entire bottle of the Etude House Sinjung toner, but it's too much. Like, I think this is intended for like to spray your plants or to spray your hair down. Like, there's too much volume that comes out of this with each pump because it's like pressurized. So you pump it once and it's just like shh, and I'm like, no, that's too much. And like face is soaking wet, wasting a lot of toner. So I'm hoping that something like this that I can control a little bit better just with a single pump at a time will work just fine. The fact that it's airless isn't that big of a thing to me, especially since it's clear plastic anyway, so you're gonna get UV exposure, and it's toner as well. It's not like I'm putting like an antioxidant rich lotion or something in here. So anyway, I got 3 of those. If they end up working out and I find a toner that I can get in like 500 ml size, like the where is it? Like the big old Claire's Daily Soft, the Daily Skin Softening Water. If I can, you know, if this works out really, really well and I can just dump it into these and just have them around plus the bottle of toner, like that's what I'm going for. So at least for the time being, it's kind of an experiment. So that's that. I also got these 2, which I'll just touch on quickly. They are from a brand called Badger, and they have these different balms and rubs that have various carrier oils. Like, I think there's like olive oil in here, but then they also have essential oils as well. So this balm is supposed to help with sleep. It's got bergamot and lavender. I think you just put it maybe on your temples and maybe on your neck. And then this one is their sore joint rub. So this is something I got because my hip sometimes hurts depending on what I've been doing that day or what the situation is. But I wanted to see if I could get like a joint rub. Sometimes my wrists will hurt a little bit too. So yeah, I just picked these up just to experiment, try them out. Then everything else is SPF, a lot of it. So we'll start with this. This is a 3-pack. This is the Sun Bum lip balms. They are SPF 30. This one comes in coconut, banana, and watermelon. I've used the watermelon one before last summer, and I think maybe even the coconut one, and they were just nice to have around. I like balms that have an SPF. There's another one from Revlon that I used last year that I really, really liked, but these were kind of a close second, and it was a good deal for the 3-pack on Amazon. So grabbed those. And then I have a whole bunch of face sunscreens. So this is the first one. It's from Raw Elements. It's backwards because I already talked about it once, but lost that video. This is their baby and kids sunscreen lotion, SPF 30. So the reason I went with the baby version, I've used the original, which I have. Here's the original Face and Body Raw Elements SPF 30, and then this is the one I picked up that just came in today. So I picked this up because I was talking to somebody on social media and they were looking for a sunscreen that was mineral, that had a lot of, more naturally focused ingredients, no fragrance, no alcohol, and no essential oils for fragrance either. And I recommended this one. However, my only asterisk was it does have rosemary essential oil in it for a little bit of fragrance, and it's pretty apparent once you have it on. So that was my only thing. I was like, oh, it's so close. It almost checks off all of your boxes. And then I was reading the ingredients list for the baby and kids, and it's very similar, except they replaced the rosemary oil with rosemary leaf extract. Now, of course, any extracts and stuff will also, just like anything else, any ingredient has a potential to irritate your skin. So that extract might also have the potential to irritate your skin, but the extract is less of a culprit in general. Of course, there's always going to be exceptions, but is less of a potential culprit than the essential oil. So I'm hoping that this performs similarly to this, and this could be kind of one of my go-tos for people that are looking to check off all of those boxes. It's just super hard to find something that meets all of those requirements. So there's that. It's a tin style. This one I've already used a couple times. When I went rock climbing last fall, I used it a few times, but it's just like a balm. You just rub it right in. Of course, it uses zinc oxide, so there's a little bit of a white cast, but it's not nearly as bad as some other products I've used. So anyway, there's that. I also picked up a couple sunscreens from the brand, I think it's Solmo. It's the Amazon Basics. It's like their basic in-house version. It's their SPF and skincare line. So I picked up the Sheer Facial Sunscreen SPF 55, water resistant, light, dermatologist tested, but I think this was only like $8, maybe even less than that. I'll put the link down below. Chemical sunscreen. It does have fragrance in it, but I believe it's alcohol free. Yeah, so it looked interesting. I wanted to try to find a broad spectrum, get it, SPF, broad spectrum of price points for some sunscreens that were US based to just kind of see how they do. So there's that. This is their Sport Sunscreen Lotion, SPF 50, water resistant, all that good stuff. Once again, chemical sunscreen that does include fragrance, but it has a fatty alcohol in it, so it doesn't have denatured alcohol. So there's that. Not that that's necessarily a deal breaker. I'm not trying to say, oh, the alcohol would be a no-go. I'm just saying it to say it. So 8 ounces, I think this is only $5, maybe even less than that. So if this works out well, like that's a pretty good deal. So next one up is the Neutrogena Sport Face Oil-Free Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 70 Helioplex. Another chemical sunscreen. I believe this has fragrance in it. Maybe it doesn't. No fragrance and alcohol-free. And surprisingly, a lot of the ingredients in here are fermented. I'm super curious if anybody knows why they would decide to do fermented zinc. There's zinc ferment. There is sea salt ferment in here. Potassium ferment, fermented magnesium, fermented calcium. I don't know why in the world they would need to ferment those ingredients, but they're in here. If you know more, let me know. But yeah, I'm curious to see how this stacks up against maybe some like the La Roche-Posays, which I'm going to be testing soon as well. So there's that. And then the last one, very last product, is this giant bottle of Supergoop Everyday Sunscreen. It's their PA4+, SPF 50+, water and sweat resistant everyday sunscreen for face and body. I've used a couple of Supergoop products before. I used their Unseen sunscreen and I used their spray. I liked the Unseen. The spray I wasn't into, but they had the smaller size of this. I forget how many ounces it was, but it was like $32 for the normal size that you would pick up like at a Sephora. But for $58, you got got 18 ounces of sunscreen. Like, this thing is huge. And so I figured, you know, for the extra 20 bucks, I'm getting like 4 or 5 times the size. I really hope I like this one. It's a chemical sunscreen. They've got quite a bit of ingredients here. I'll have to look into it more. From what I can tell, there isn't fragrance synthetic wise, but there's a lot of essential oils here. It doesn't look like there's any alcohol either, but they're non-comedogenic, non-irritating, allergy tested, all that stuff, cruelty free. So it looks like it's pretty straightforward. I hope I don't dislike it too much that I can't use it, because this is so much sunscreen. But if I love it and it applies well, then I like this size for the price relative to the smaller one, because I think I'll feel more comfortable just like just everywhere, just slathering this stuff on. And I like the idea that I can use it for face and body, because right now the way I do things is I have, this is the product that I'm currently not testing because I've used this for years and years, but this is what my usual go-to is, that's always in my sink or in my bag, is the banana boat. I also have a Hawaiian tropic one that's a go-to. I put this on my scalp. I put it on the back of my neck, arms, legs, anywhere except for like pretty much here down to my neck. And then I use my face sunscreen, which here's a little sneak peek. The one that I'm testing out right now is from, I think it's Village 11 Factory. It's their Hydra Sun Fluid SPF 50+. So that just goes like here and here. And then I'll put my lip SPF on, whatever I'm using. So it'd be nice to kind of condense this down into one big old product. So we'll see. But that's it. I will leave links for everything below. A lot of this is like the pump bottles. It's like, meh. But I'll leave the links there. If you have any questions, comments on any of these products, if you've used any of them, let me know. Otherwise, you will start to see the majority of this stuff pop up in some form or fashion in reviews for the rest of the year. So thank you so much for watching, and stay glowing. Bye.